PS2MANYGAMES.
Right guys, so I'm currently taking a week away from my usual life, well basically holiday, mini holiday. Currently residing on Hayling Island, which is next door to Portsmouth. As you can see, I'm next to the seaside right there. Behind me, right, that is the bungalow I'm staying in right there, so I'm literally living on the seaside for a week. It's been enjoying the hell out of it so far, but it's time to hit up a few CEXs. So today I'm doing 2 in Portsmouth and another 2 in Southampton. That's 4 today. It's fantastic weather, about 29, 28 degrees down here. I'm literally burning as we speak. So welcome to the first of maybe 2 or 3 episodes of my holiday. This is PS2MANYGAMES. Let's get started. Right guys, so we just got into Portsmouth. It was a bit of a task. The traffic's a bit heavy for a Monday, strangely enough. But yeah, we're about to hit up the first CEX. There's 2 in Portsmouth. One's reasonably big, one's reasonably small. But I put money down there that the small one's gonna be the better one. The big one's gonna be a pain in the ass. We'll see. Obviously, bottom of Coke. And we'll find out. Right guys, we're done in Portsmouth. Did reasonably well, got about 7 to 8 games, so that's a good thing. We're now going to move on to Southampton, where we've got more hope than Portsmouth. To be honest, Portsmouth, it's an alright town, but some of the people here have not been friendly. We'll go with that one. I'm just minding my own business, and I'm just getting people shouting across the road at me. It's like, okay. Yeah, so we're going to hit up Southampton shortly, which is the bigger place, and so far during this holiday the much friendlier place, and we're going to try my luck there. See you on the other side. Welcome to another glorious episode of PS2MANYGAMES. This will be your first of 2 episodes in the south side of England. This will be Portsmouth, next one will be Southampton. So as I've said many times, I went on holiday for a week to the lovely island of Hayling Island. Yes, double misnomer, I know. Fantastic island, by the way. Fantastic week. Generally chilled out for quite a bit. Enjoyed the hell out of it. Watched some ladies football or women's football or people of non-Pacific gender football. Which way we're going with that one, I don't know. Anyway, I watched Southampton play Blackburn at football, ladies, and all I can say was that was 90 minutes. Yeah, that was interesting. We'll go with that one. Anyway, back to what we're here for. So, as you can imagine, I went to Portsmouth while I was there, because it's only 4 miles away from Hayling Island, and I hit up both CEXs. I didn't have any other gaming stores, because A, I don't want to be there that horrifically long. 2 CEXs in the same place is good enough. And 3, the centre of Portsmouth isn't that particularly nice. Just the centre, by the way. The rest of Portsmouth, the seafront, the harbours, all fantastic places. Fantastic food. The seafront especially was very nice. The parks. Portsmouth is a shockingly nice place, apart from the actual shopping part of it. The centre of it is a bit interesting. We'll go with that. And guess where I had to go to? The centre. But actually, it's not a horrifically big place either. So Portsmouth gets a decent thumbs up for places to go for gaming hunting, if you will. So as I mentioned, 2 CEXs. The bigger one in the centre, the smaller one slightly north of the centre. Obviously we'll go through them one by one. It was a good hunt. I got 8 games altogether. You'll see in a second. Part 2 was Southampton. You'll see next week or maybe this week, depending how we film this. Southampton was slightly better for game finding, and the stores were slightly better. Anyway, back to Portsmouth. The first store, the bigger store, was not the better store. The best store was the smaller store. First of all, the bigger store had 2 floors. The bottom floor was just nothing but CDs and DVDs. You'll see if I got some footage of that. Nothing surprising about that. The top floor was where I found PS2 games. They were reasonably well maintained. I can honestly say for this though, the staff will probably match Peterborough in not caring about quality and customer service. My God. When you've got a queue of at least 4 people and you've got at least 5 staff there and you've only got 1 person serving and you've got at least 2 of your staff having a generally decent conversation to the left, not doing any work, it pissed me off. It really did. I was not happy. I was only queuing for 10 minutes, but that's not the point. The idea of retail is, if you've got the staff, you have to keep the customers happy. That's how they keep coming back. So, yeah, for customer service, probably one of the worst CEXs I've been to is the main one. I think it's just literally called Portsmouth. I think the other one's like Portsmouth North, something like that. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, the main Portsmouth. Bear me a second, actually. I always keep my receipts. No. Hopefully Dave cuts this. Always keep your receipts for CEX, because sometimes games do not work. No, forget it. Hopefully you'll cut this, Dave. Forget it. Hang about. No, it's just Portsmouth. What a waste of my time. Yeah, yeah. I didn't like the first store, but we did pick up 3 games. We'll go through them now because let's get this store out of the way because I wasn't a big fan. First game, another one of these games that I have to get, but I'm not a proud man for buying them. That's Karaoke Stage. Sizzling pound pay for it. Obviously, they were using the hundreds of thousands, maybe millions. They made a lot of money off it, did Konami, so I can't mock it. Well done, Konami. Am I ever going to play this? Hell no! I am getting close to getting all these karaoke dance stage mixed games because there's literally tens of them. Yeah, once I get them all, I'm going to be a very, very happy man for the reason you don't think I would be. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Game number 2, a game I never heard of, but I am kind of intrigued. Falling Stars, or Falling Stars. Yeah, £8 to pay for this. So this isn't what you call a reasonably cheap game these days. Never even heard of this. This is one of those games I've never heard of. But it's an RPG. Very, very, yeah, here we go. Many hours of exhilarating RPG style gameplay for kids. So this is basically a friendly beginner's RPG. So I'm probably not going to play this. Yeah, this is going to be one of those games where I've got it now. To be honest, if I get a better case in the future, I will, because this case has seen better days. The disc is alright, by the way, I checked the disc. So that's another RPG. I'm probably not going to play it, to be honest. Being that I'm now a full-grown adult, yeah, kids' RPGs aren't my thing. Apart from Pokemon, of course. Pokemon, nearly anyone can play Pokemon. Pokemon is universal. Apart from the latest Pokemon, where it's gone all 3D-ish, I'll start the thought. I like the old school, like hard Pokemon, where you actually have a challenge. Yeah. These days, where they literally is like everyone gets XP. Yeah, no, that's not Pokemon. That's everybody wins. Nuzlocke runs. Done Nuzlocke runs in the past of Pokemon. Makes it more challenging. For those who don't know what a Nuzlocke run is, so Pokemon Nuzlocke runs. There's 3 basic rules. You can have many more rules. So the 3 basic rules is, if your Pokemon faints at any point, it is dead.
To peddling.
You have to release that Pokemon immediately after that battle. What's it? Some Nuzlocks will not let you use healing items, which is really hard.
To peddling.
Some will not let you use Pokemon Centers, which means you have to use healing items. So there's one or the other. You cannot swap Pokemon during battle. So if the next Pokemon comes out, you have to let it come out, then you can swap it.
To peddling.
You know what I mean? You don't know what the Pokemon coming out is, put it that way. But the main one, you can only catch 1 Pokemon per route.
Oh, you better believe that's a peddling.
So like route 1, if you catch a Pidgey, that's it. And it has to be the first Pokemon you encounter. But if you encounter a Pokemon you already have, you can keep going until you encounter a Pokemon you don't have. It forces you to use Rattatas and Pidgeys or Pokemon you would never use, because you've only got maybe 10 Pokemon you can catch during the whole game. But obviously you can still use gift Pokemon, so you start a Pokemon, let's say for Fire Red, the Eevee you get, the Lapras, all these gifts, you can still use these, but once they get knocked out, they dead. They dead. So it is a very hard version of Pokemon. I've done it with the first 3 generations. Generation 4 I didn't bother doing it because A, it's a little easier, B, I don't really like Generation 4. So much Generation 4, I just unless it's Heart Gold, Soul Silver, that technically is Generation 4. Anyway, getting back to this. Sorry. Last game from the first Portsmouth. A game I need and a game I've been looking for some time. Klonoa 2. £20 pay for this. Very underrated game. One of the most underrated games on the system. Basically, you're a rabbit. Isn't it like an adventure, puzzle kind of game? You know what I mean? It's an exploration. It's one of those games you have to play it. You will enjoy it. It's underrated. I highly recommend it. Did play it when I was younger. Didn't have it for the PS2 though. So I know I've played it when I was younger. I'm coming when I played it. I think it's multi-platform. So I think if I didn't have it, I've definitely played it before though. So one of those games. Anyway, we're now approaching the halfway point of this episode. Time for the ad break. The ad break ad, if you will. So we're going to go again with Sega. Someone explain this. Sega Sanshiro. I think that's how it goes. Anyway, hopefully Dave finds this one. This is the last advert I did with him. The one where he legit saves, I think, the Sega building from a ballistic missile. if you ever got time, watch all the Sega Sanshiro adverts for Sega Saturn. They're ridiculous. They're just stupid. Anyway, enjoy.
あとはドリームキャストの発売を待つばかりだ。セガサターンしろ。セガサターンしろ。セガサターンしろ。セガタ三四郎は君たちの心に真剣遊戯。セガサターン。
And we're back! Yes, that advert is somewhat amazing and strange at the same time. Anyway, moving on. The second and much better Portsmouth CEX, the smaller one, which is, I think it's like North Portsmouth. Much smaller, much better organised, better quality games are found. So that's probably the better one. And the customer service was better too. It's strange, because, how can I put this? There are certain CEXs when you walk in, you know exactly what they're going to be. The tills are going to be on the right, all the cases are going to be on the right, and on the left will be the games. This store was nearly identical to Elephant and Castle in London. It was unreal, like how it was set out. Literally bit by bit identical. So I'm going to assume that's just the basic standard formula they have, because I'm now starting to notice like some of these stores are literally identical in every way, and it's mildly hilarious. So yeah, how can I put this? 5 games bought here, some of them shovelware, some of them not shovelware, some of them expensive. One of them kind of expensive, and I needed it, and didn't know if it was a good game, but I paid a good amount for it. I'll get that one. Anyway, first one, we're going to start with Trans World Surf. Surf's up, brah! I'm so sorry about that. I believe I don't have this. It wasn't on the list. If I do have this, I'm sorry. I will check later, but I'm almost certain I don't have this. A sizzling pound paid. Will I play this game? Absolutely not. Even though it's like the back's that you can't go get some ultimate serve action. Killer waves. Shaka brah.
Stop it. Get some help.
Oh god, I'm lame sometimes. Game number 2 from the good Portsmouth CEX. Destruction Derby Arenas. There was a PS1 game, I think it was called Destruction Derby 2 or Demolition Derby 2. Actually quite a shockingly good game. I think it went platinum. I think Dan's already got that platinum. But yeah, if it's anything like this, then it's a game worth playing. £6 paid for it. I might actually recommend this. Back in the day though, it actually did support 20 people online. That's quite impressive for the early 2000s. I will say, so this was first sold by Prudent Tech, and they sold it for £7, and I paid £6 for this version. So it's decreasing in value at an alarmingly, shockingly fast rate. But it's a game I'll actually give a try. I'll give that one a try. I really would, honestly. Now we come to shovelware. Real shovelware. This is a game I am not proud to buy in public. It's a game I've needed for some time. I can't believe this woman got 2 of these games. But we now own Pippa Funnell's Take the Reins. No! The fact that this woman, who I'm going to assume is some kind of horse rider extraordinaire, got 2 horse riding games is laughable at best. She must have done quite well at this to get 2, because I'm going to assume the first one sold well. And I mentioned before in the past, the amount of horse riding dressage games for the PS2 is shockingly high, like double digits, like 10 plus, between the G1 Gallops, Take the Reins. It's like, why? I know horse racing is quite a middle upper class white person sport, but I don't get it. I really don't get it. Maybe because I'm working class. Oh god. I will say though, point blank, ladies do love horses, and I like horses. I did animal care at college. I like all animals, and I like horses. They're gentle giants. Anyway, back to the games. Game 4, and the third out of 4 times I can do this joke. But once again, we're gonna go really fast and turn to the left. This is NASCAR 06, the first of 4 NASCARs. That one episode. Every time I see NASCAR, all I think in my mind is to shout, "You Danica Patrick!" Oh my god. Oh. Obviously, we're not going to splice that because it's kind of offensive, and we don't mean anything we're saying when I do these jokes. But that episode is hilarious because apparently the perception for most people apparently is that NASCAR in America is supposedly for the poor and stupid, which is not true in any way. But apparently that's the perception in America. I don't know why that's the perception in America. It just is. And it is true, they just go really fast and turn to the left. That is kind of true. But why is it perception that poor and stupid? I don't get it. Maybe I'm like, I like NASCAR. I played NASCAR games when I was younger. I like Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt, when obviously Dale Earnhardt crashed it. I think he's dead because he died in the crash. But I like Jeff Gordon, Dale. It was fun games, but NASCAR is not popular at all in Great Britain. We don't get it. Anyway, last game and the most expensive game in Portsmouth. Wizardry Tales of the Forbidden Land. One of those games, once again, that I've never heard of, never played, but I will give this a crack. Made by Ubisoft, by the way, so this could be good or terrible. Like most games, I suppose. That was a really stupid thing to say out loud. Apparently, an advanced 3D battle engine allows you to fight over a dozen enemies at the same time. Wow. In all good, I will give this a try. It was made at Atlas too, so I will give it a try. One of those games where either it's genuinely good or it's just genuinely rare to be 28 quid to this day. One of those things. Anyway, that was Portsmouth. Portsmouth overall was very good. Southampton was actually better, but we'll get that to the next episode. This episode got a bit political, a bit too fast. I never want to get political in this game, in this, but yeah, we got into lady sports, and yeah, this country is about 20 years behind times. Yeah, especially with lady sports. Germany, it's pretty much equal, but this country, no. But that explains a lot, really. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hopefully no one got offended for this episode. It might happen, actually. Dave, if you're watching this right now, if you want to take anything you think might offend people out, you happily can do so. Please save me from the PC errors. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Next episode should be out next week, hopefully. Still got to do a peripheral episode. Still got to find the CTR TV for the guns. Thank you for all those people who suggested CRTVs for obviously televisions for the guns. We will get one. We will try that. Had to try Guitar Hero again after many years, see if it still holds up. I doubt it will, but I could be horribly wrong. I've been horribly wrong many times in this episode so far. You'll find out. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.